Hello friends, it's Addie Broyles, the food writer for the Austin American-Statesman, trying to get my camera right. Scooch a little closer. Hi, happy Wednesday. It's food section day, as you know, because you opened up your paper this morning and saw this awesome story about potato salad from Maggie Perkins, who is a freelancer for us. This girl loves potato salad and knows more about potato salad than certainly I do, so that's why I had her write about the Peace, Love, and Potato Salad book. That's that Kickstarter book that got like $55,000 on Kickstarter to make a bowl of potato salad. Anyway, she's got lots of great recipes for the 4th of July if you're looking for a mayonnaise-free potato salad, for instance, to bring to a potluck. We've got you covered in here. And down at the bottom here, I explored meal kits. This is my contribution to the food section. Last week I tried Purple Carrot, which is this great vegan meal kit delivery company, and I made foods that I had never made before, and now I feel like I finally understand that the whole point of meal kits is to get you to try something new. So way to go, Purple Carrot. I think you guys are doing a good job. And I complained about the packaging in this article, and the company actually responded with something very smart. They said, look, we are an animal product free company, and any study that you do will tell you that animal consumption leaves a bigger environmental impact than the plastic in the packaging that we might use in our services. I think they've reduced packaging by like 40% in the past couple of years, but they made a pretty good point that, if I'm worried about the environmental footprint left behind by my habits, if I cut out some meat from my diet, I'll probably be doing the environment a favor, which, let's be honest, they're right. Okay, so that's what we got going on in the food section. Oh, I want to tell you on Saturday, a couple reminders. Virginia Wood is a longtime food writer who is not doing very well. Her health has been failing for a few years now. The Austin food community is turning out in droves. I'm telling you, droves. All the best bakers in town are participating in a bake sale on Saturday. I think it's Saturday afternoon. Starting at maybe like 1 from 1 to 4 at Lenoir. And I'm telling you, all the best bakers in town are going to have sweet and savory treats for sale. So check that out on Saturday. Also, look out for figs. I just wrote a little thing about the do's and don'ts of foraging, and I don't know if you know this, but you can actually pick figs if you're like walking on the street and you see a fig tree and you can reach them from standing in they call it the public easement. You can pick those figs. So look out for them. They're really good. They're good whenever they get dark, and just kind of nibble on them. They're delicious. But you know what I'm actually noticing with new products lately is that blueberries are all the rage. There's new blueberry pie Oreos, there's new blueberry Chex. I've got some blueberry Noosa in the fridge right now, so summertime means blueberries. I'm going to taste test these products first, but I want to make sure I tell you guys about the peaches, because I told you in the description that is the bad news I have to bear. The Texas peach season is pretty much over. A lot of the growers out in the hill country are saying that this is pretty much their last week for peaches. They have tons of other produce, so if you're going to go out to Fredericksburg, if you always go out to Fredericksburg with your family, go ahead and go. Stop by the peach stands. You can still get peach cider and peach ice cream, and they call them the value-added products, but the actual hill country peaches are very hard to come by right now, and they're going to be pretty much all gone here in a couple weeks. We had a warm winter that the fruit didn't set, so that's bad news for those peach growers out there. As if they aren't facing enough pressure from, the wineries are bringing a ton of foot traffic out there and a lot of business, but at the same time, it's making it, I think, harder to make money on peaches because that land is pretty valuable to grow grapes. So, let's do some taste testing. Let's try these blueberry pie Oreos. Oh my gosh, this is not a normal color of filling. Look at that, some kind of purple. As you guys know, I think Oreo knows that they can put out new flavors all the time and get people like me to taste test them just because I'm curious. That's how I never used to buy Oreos. Now I buy Oreos all the time just to try the new flavors. So I love blueberries, fresh blueberries straight off the vine when they're warm. That's like one of the heaven sent food. Fake blueberry taste is kind of like fake banana taste. I can smell it from a mile away. And you know what? These pretty much scream like this is an artificial blueberry flavoring that is not so great for my particular palate. You guys might like these, but I would rather just have the regular, like the lemon or I like the golden Oreos a lot, but I don't even know if I want a second bite of this. It just tastes so chemically. No, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. I did get these blueberry Chex. This is I actually love me some Chex. I usually do just the plain rice Chex, but these have, I think it looks like the way the packaging indicates maybe only half of the Chex are blueberries, which could be good if you don't want to be over blueberried. Alright, let's You guys can see my very professional setup here. How much do you think I'm gonna want? So I forgot milk at home today. Good thing we have a little convenience store here in the back of the Statesman where I can go buy milk. After this, I have some other foods that I'm gonna be happy that I have milk to help me wash it down. I just have a hint. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit in here. Sorry guys, I can't move forward. Oh, here it is. All right, what do you guys think? Feel free to ask me some questions. I can see your questions in the comments below. I love blueberries in cereal. And this is not overly blueberry flavored like those Oreos were. This is actually nicely light and blueberry flavored. I don't know, does this have real blueberries in it? It says blueberry powder. There you go. Blueberry powder would actually be kind of fun to make and play with in the kitchen. Back home in Missouri, we can pick blueberries right about this time of year. But in Texas, they only really grow in East Texas. There aren't very many blueberry farms here in Central Texas. But you know what? I would actually give this a thumbs up. It's not too sweet. Sometimes plain Chex are actually not quite sweet enough. And so that's a pretty good product. All right, speaking of sweet things, Round Rock Honey has a new product. This is their first, so Round Rock Honey's up there in Round Rock, obviously. They were one of the first local companies to provide beekeeping classes. So you can go and learn how to be a beekeeper, which I did a few years ago, and that was so much fun. They have been selling honey at the farmers markets for years, but this is the first time that they've gotten into the flavored honey market. And that's actually interesting because there are a lot of companies that are doing this now. I don't know if you watch Shark Tank. I certainly do. There was a company a few years ago that was all about flavored honeys, and it was spicy honey and like just herbed honey and all kinds of stuff. This is Round Rock's first attempt to get in on that. Yay, way to go, Chex. Orange cinnamon. I'm afraid, I don't know, cinnamon and orange, like I don't want it to taste like a Fireball or some sort of like crazy cinnamon liquor. So if it's too cinnamony, I'm probably not gonna like it, but smells, the orange really comes through actually more than the cinnamon. And that is, well balanced. Okay, so I actually really like this product. I was, like I said, was worried about it being too much on either side, but honey itself, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but different honeys have vastly different tastes depending on where the bees got the pollen from to make the honey. And so I think that they probably picked orange and cinnamon because there's already so many differentiations. You know, all the different honeys kind of taste more floral or more, you know, woody or earthy. And so by having such signature flavors in this honey, they can create a honey that you can't really find on the market. I don't know how I would ever eat a whole thing of this, but I guess if I made enough toast, I could sure try. Okay, so this is why I was glad I had milk. I'm also getting ready to try some baby foods. Okay, so this is a local company. Usually I don't, you know, I try to be somewhat picky in the products that I taste on here. Nurture Me is a pretty big awesome company that sells little kid food. So they've got the soft squeezy, you know, tube things, but then they're getting into dry goods and snacks. And so these are some of their snacks. Full confession, my kids broke into some of these snacks and did not like them at all. Judy, this would be awesome in tea. Absolutely. That's actually probably one of the best usages I could think of that. So my kids tried these snacks and they did not like them. But they also aren't toddlers, so I'm not a toddler either, so let's see how this goes. These are the quinoa squares that are made with sweet potato, apple, and cinnamon. Wow. Okay, so if I were a toddler, I think I would eat this whole bag because it's got a great texture to it. It's really nice and airy and crunchy. And I don't know about you, when my kids were toddlers and they had their little rice crackers, I would sometimes pop those in my mouth, but they're kind of sticky and gummy. And these are not gummy in your mouth. They don't leave that kind of weird texture. And they're not too sweet, which moms will love. In fact, there is 0 sugar in this. 0 sugar. That is amazing. It kind of reminds me of, oh man, what's that cereal? Oh, it's like Captain Crunch, but without any sugar. So, oh, John, I don't know, because I have fun taste testing products, and it seems like people don't mind watching people taste test things. I don't know if you've ever seen YouTube where people do this all day long. Okay, so this is the other line of products that they have. They have these squares that are all puffy like that. A+ would recommend, especially if you have toddlers. I mean, who are we kidding? You're not going to buy this unless you have kids. And these are these little cookies that are ancient grain cookies, maple and cinnamon. And so these are cool little shapes. I have a feeling these might be a little sweeter. These have 5 grams of sugar. And these are okay. These seem to me like a replacement of Teddy Grahams. You know Teddy Grahams, those little things? But these are going to be way better for you than Teddy Grahams. So if you have young kids and you're looking for healthier snacks for them, check out the Nurture Me products. I think these are pretty solid. Okay, last couple things here. Duke's, you guys know that beef jerky is a huge category in grocery stores right now. You can't go into a grocery store and not see a new kind of beef jerky, including, I saw beef jerky trail mix the other day. It was like $3 for a teeny tiny little packet. And it even had chocolate in it and little pieces of dried meat. And my littlest and I were eating them as a snack, and we decided we would not recommend that to you guys. But this Duke's cilantro or chorizo and lime, I just thought this was kind of a cool new flavor combination. This is obviously a knockoff on the Slim Jims. I don't know about Slim Jims. And these are, obviously that was pretty easy to smack off. I don't like Slim Jims anymore. I think they're too greasy. I think the casing on the outside is just not very fun to chew. But these are, they don't have that same weird outside casing. So they're pretty easy to chew and, you know, take off little nibbles of. And this one has chorizo, lime, and it does have cilantro in it as well. And is it right? Cilantro? This batch was freshly crafted with cilantro and lime juice. So if you don't like cilantro, do not eat this product. But if you like chorizo and lime, I would absolutely get this. I mean, these are in the $5 range for a bag of this, but these would be a great road snack. Okay, the last thing I want to show you, this might be my lunch, is these aren't too spicy, but what is in this bag will probably sear my face off, so I don't know that I'm actually going to have the guts to try any of them on camera. But I was at my friend Matt's house last night, and he is a professional gardener. By professional, I mean he takes all of his hobbies very seriously and probably spent $1,000 with Baker Creek Seeds. You guys know that company? They're up in Missouri, oddly enough, but they're the country's foremost heirloom seed sellers, and they've got this great catalog that you can flip through and find all the cool, like purple okra. I mean, purple okra is like pretty normal compared to a lot of the other stuff that they have, but Matt grows peppers. Look at these peppers. He has something like 300 or 400 pepper plants in his garden right now. These are tomatoes. And he makes a ton of salsas. That's his big thing. And he lives down in Buda, and I told him, I was like, Matt, he's growing Carolina Reapers. Purple Carolina Reapers. I was like, you could set up a stand at a farmer's market and sell these peppers for, look at these cute little guys. Like, there's a whole, like, the chili pepper community is just, like, pretty crazed for unique styles of peppers, and he's growing a ton of them. So I need your suggestions on what I should do with all these peppers, because I don't know. I'm terrified to just bite into them. I cannot do that. But what do you do? Roast? I think I'm going to roast them up and put them in a salsa. I'd love to hear how you guys, especially if you're a gardener and you have boatloads of peppers right now, tell me what you do with them. Tell me what you do with okra too, because I have these sweet little guys that I was probably going to roast whole with just salt and pepper and olive oil. And then these big guys, I've given up on eating these. I'm going to cut these in half, and I'm going to make a, my kids and I are going to do a little art project and use it as a stamp. You know what I mean? So you cut it in half, dip it in paint, and then make cool cards and stuff. So that's the only good use that I can think of for the big okras. So if you have a use for these, let me know. Okay, so next Wednesday is the day after, oh sorry, almost out of battery. Next Wednesday is the day after the 4th of July. Hopefully I'll be here for a live stream and have some cool stuff to share with you. In the meantime, leave me your questions and comments and what kinds of recipes you'd like for me to run in the paper, and we'll see what we can do to get them in there. Have a great rest of your week.